Audible, Shreyan? Let's begin. Okay, so we were doing the fourth chapter, and yesterday we saw how gaseous exchange takes place in the lungs. Okay, what's the role of alveoli in the gaseous exchange, how it happens through it. Then we saw the process of conversion of food to energy in the cells, and we talked about anaerobic respiration, how respiration can take place even without oxygen. Right, those things we discussed yesterday. And today we will talk about 4.6, process of respiration in other organisms. Okay, so see now, different types of organisms are there and they respire in different ways. Okay, they have some organisms have special features, okay, special parts through which they respire. For example, some of them respire through their skin, okay, some of them through gills, some of them respire through specialized body parts such as trachea, okay, like cockroach. Okay, so we will discuss that. Now, first we will talk about animals who respire through skin. Have you ever touched the skin of an earthworm? It is always wet and slimy. Now, earthworms absorb oxygen from the air by their skin and release carbon dioxide in the air through it. Okay, so earthworm is an organism that respires through its skin. Okay, like they absorb oxygen from the air by skin and release carbon dioxide through their skin. That whole respiration process happens through their skin. But to breathe, the skin should be moist. Okay. Like for this breathing process to happen, the skin of the earthworm should be moist. So this is the reason that the earthworm die in the sun and hide inside moist soil to keep themselves moist. Okay. If they are in the sun for prolonged period, they just die. So you don't just find earthworms like lying on the surface of the earth. You find them little below the layer of soil. Okay, why? Why do they live beneath the layer of soil? So that their skin is moist, so that they can retain that moisture in the skin, and that moisture helps them to breathe through their skin. Once we went fishing, I remember I was a little young, and I and my like family went for fishing. Okay, so what happened is we were looking for earthworms to put in the road, okay, and then to catch the fish. Okay, so we could not find earthworm. We just had to like a small hole like thing was there on the sand, in the wet sand, and then when we dug it a little bit, then we were able to find the earthworm. Okay, earthworms were not lying on the top. No, you just had to dig a little bit of soil, and then beneath that was that earthworm. Were the earthworms? Okay, so they live beneath the like surface of soil, which keeps them moist. Now, also another example of those animals who breathe through the skin are salamanders. Okay, salamanders are lizard-like organisms which also breathe through their skin. Frogs also can breathe through their skins. Okay, frogs have option. They can breathe through skin. They can breathe through lungs. Mostly they breathe with lungs, but they can also breathe with through their skin. Now, animals. Now, next are animals who breathe through special openings. Okay, organisms like cockroach have characteristic tubules for breathing. Okay, they have special tubules in their system for breathing. Those are known as trachea. A network of these tubules is spread all over their body. These tubules open on the surface of the body through specialized openings called spiracles. The air enters this network of trachea through spiracles. All the cells of the body take oxygen from the air present in this network and release carbon dioxide in this air. So here inside, if you can see, these tube-like things, okay, tube-like things that are connected together are the trachea. Okay, and here are the spiracles. Okay, so spiracles are opened in the air. Okay, what happens is the air enters the spiracles, okay, and then go through these tubules in all parts of the body of a cockroach. Okay, these tubules are trachea. So from spiracles, the air enters and goes through the trachea and supplies oxygen to the body of a cockroach. Okay, that's how it works. This air comes out of the body through the spiracles. Okay, now carbon dioxide, same way. Through the spiracles, only carbon dioxide is released in the atmosphere. Okay, and new oxygen-rich air again enters the body. Then, then there are animals who breathe through gill slits. Okay, marine animals, fishes, they breathe through gills. Okay, or gill slits. Fish have special organs for breathing, which are called gill slits. Fish take oxygen from water with the help of gill slits. Gill slits contain a lot of blood vessels. So fish take in a lot of water in their mouth, which passes through the gill slits. Now, when this water passes through their gills, the blood
They breathe through gills, ma'am.
Yes, they breathe through gills.
Fishes
How
breathe.
do they breathe? Yes, listen, how do they breathe through these gill slits? So when the water passes, like in the gills, there are a lot of blood vessels connected. Okay, when the water passes through the gills, okay, these blood flowing through gill slits, they absorb the oxygen through water. Okay, they absorb the oxygen molecules from the water. Okay, and the excess of it, the excessive of it passes through. Okay, out of the body of fish. Okay, many animals living in water, like dolphin, etc., breathe through lungs. Now, some are the fishes which breathe through lungs. Okay, how? They have to frequently bring their mouth on the surface of the water to breathe. If you have seen a dolphin or a dolphin movie, you may find that what happens is like the the dolphin, okay, it has to come up to the surface again and again to breathe. Okay, they have to come up to the surface. They breathe and then they go down for some period of time. Then again, they have to come up. Why? Because they respire through their lungs. Okay, to take in oxygen and release carbon dioxide, they have to come up to the surface. Okay, now the question is that living organisms breathe. We study that plants are also living organisms. So the question is, do plants also breathe? Do sharks also breathe through lungs? Okay, look it up, Anna, and tell me. Okay, look it up and tell me. Do sharks also breathe through lungs or not? Okay. Yes. Now, like all living beings, plants also need energy. In their cells also, the food particles in the presence of oxygen, they break down to form carbon dioxide. Okay, they break down to form carbon dioxide, water, and energy. It means plants also need oxygen. All plants of all parts of the plant take oxygen from the air. Roots also need oxygen. They take oxygen from the air that is trapped within the soil particles. This is why plants should not be watered too much, as then the water takes the place of air in the soil. It is necessary to hold the soil. What happens now in plants is that in the presence of oxygen, the food particles of plants break down to form carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Okay, the reaction also takes place in plants. Now, plants, all parts of plants, they take oxygen from air. Okay, the stem and the roots, they take oxygen See, from the ground, from the soil. Okay, water is there in the soil. Okay, oxygen molecules are also there in the soil. Okay, so from there the roots take the oxygen that is trapped within the soil particles. And so if we water too much, if we water the plant too much, then there will be water will take place of the this thing of the oxygen particles, which should not happen. That is why the soil is hoard. Holes are made in the soil so that the water and oxygen can be there in balanced quantity so that the plant can take both as much as it needs. Yes, Anna, sharks do not breathe through lungs, they breathe through gills. Okay, examples of the fish that come on the surface to breathe are dolphins and whales. Okay, now 4.3 homework. Okay, we have some homework exercise. Please mark this 4.3 as your homework. Hope you all are doing the homework, right? Please do everyday homework so that at the end of the chapter, you don't get burdened with a lot of exercises. Okay, so whatever exercise is coming when we are covering the portion, I need you all to finish it. Okay, the same day. All right, now then comes circulatory system. Okay, circulatory system in our body is a system that is responsible for the circulation of blood. Okay, for the circulation of different kinds of components in our body. Okay, the major component is blood. Now, circulation, what's the meaning of circulation? What is circulation? The word circulatory. Circulation means that when something is transported from one place to another. Okay? When one component is transported from one place to another and it goes on to being transported further. That is known as circulation. Okay, circulation. That is what it is, like the circulatory system. We are going to talk about blood vessels, heart, working of heart under the circulatory system. Okay, what is the main organ that is there in the circulatory system, which helps in the circulation of blood in the body?
Heart. Blood vessel.
Heart. Yes, heart, blood vessels. Okay, heart is the organ that pumps the blood to all parts of the body. Okay, so we will discuss that. Let's give this a read. In respiration, you have read that the blood flowing through our body carries digested food and oxygen to the cells so that respiration can take place and energy is produced. Blood is that liquid in our body that connects all organs of the body. The liquid part of the blood is called plasma. Now, these are the parts of the blood, okay, the components of the blood. What does our blood have? The liquid thing is known as plasma. Okay, in this plasma, there are three types of blood cells. In this plasma, there are three types of blood cells: red blood cells, white blood cells, and blood platelets. This is very important. Okay, you can underline this in your textbook. Okay, three types of blood cells: RBC, red blood cell; WBC, white blood cell; and platelets. The red blood cells are the most abundant in blood. The blood, yes, they are in the maximum quantity. Okay, and the red blood cells, they contain a red pigment called hemoglobin. Okay, the red blood cells, RBCs, contain a red colored pigment which is called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin, now what is the function? Okay, hemoglobin attaches the oxygen to itself. It attaches the oxygen to itself and carries it to various cells of the body. Okay, carries it to various cells of the body. All right, so this is the function of the RBC, red blood cells. Okay, they have hemoglobin in it. Now, this hemoglobin attaches oxygen to itself and then carries it to various cells of the body. If the hemoglobin content of the body becomes less, then the cells receive less oxygen and less amount of energy is produced. Okay, if oxygen is less, then how will the body be able to produce energy, right? Because energy is produced in the presence of oxygen. Oxygen is not there, energy level also decreases. If there is less energy, then a man feels weak and becomes tired quickly.
Ma'am,
Now, yes, Abraham.
I think it means something else. I think when my mother goes to the doctor or when she takes a blood test, it always says that her hemoglobin is low, meaning like she's not eaten enough of iron, enough for the hemoglobin to be good and high. So then that
Mm-hmm.
there is the hemoglobin has to work faster to produce the same amount of energy. So it means energy will become less if there's less hemoglobin in your body.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Abraham, what you're saying is perfectly right. Okay. When hemoglobin is less, okay, then the energy produced will be less. Okay. Less energy will be there. So, and mostly like the hemoglobin has to be at a particular level, okay, so that we can function well. And like weakness is there if hemoglobin is lesser, okay, there you won't feel much of like good strength in your body, but you would feel tiredness quickly, weakness, okay, if like hemoglobin is on low levels. Yes, Abraham, you want to say something?
Ma'am,
Yes.
you told us last time, last
Mm-hmm.
not last class or last year, that you have 250,000 platelets in your body.
250,000, I said.
Platelets in your body.
Platelets in your body. Okay, right.
Ma'am, you also
Yeah.
told us the name of a disease you get when you don't have enough of platelets.
Okay, and what did I said? The name of disease when you don't have enough of platelets that you get?
I forgot that.
You forgot that? Okay. So, can anyone remember? Anybody else want to answer? Anna? Um, Anemia is a condition. Okay, anemia is a condition that happens when you have very low like the blood. Okay, so anemia happens when you have deficiency of blood, deficiency of RBC. Okay, okay. Now, for the production of hemoglobin, iron is necessary in the body. Due to the deficiency of iron, the hemoglobin production decreases, and a man experiences weakness and fatigue. This condition is called anemia. Yes?
Uh, uh, Ma'am, when red blood cells don't have any nucleus, right?
Blood platelets do not have any nutrients.
Oh no, red blood cells.
Red blood cells.
In order to
Look
store
it up.
more hemoglobin, they only
Look
have
it
a
up.
cell membrane.
Look it up, Abraham. Okay. Just look it up. If like the RBC has any nutrition stored up or not.
No,
Okay.
no, ma'am, I said nucleus.
You said what?
Red blood cells do not have a nucleus.
Nucleus. Nucleus, you said. Okay. No, they don't.
And ma'am, plasma is transparent, right?
Yes, plasma is transparent and mostly forms a liquid part of the blood. Okay.
Since red blood cells are the blood cells are the most abundant part in the body, it the most abundant cell in the blood, it become the blood is red.
Red, yes, because hemoglobin pigment is red in color. Okay. And RBCs are abundant, so our whole blood is red in color.
Ma'am, hemoglobin is made of oxygen, iron, and oxygen.
Hemoglobin is made of iron. Okay, oxygen, it attaches itself to oxygen to carry it to our body parts. Okay, like blood carries oxygen. Okay, that thing. If you when I taught respiration. Okay, no, Anna, plants do not have red blood cells. Okay. And yes, what was I saying? Yeah, when I was teaching respiration and the carrying of blood to our parts of the body, how do oxygen is carried by the blood in our parts of the body? Our blood has RBC, okay, which has hemoglobin, and this RBC they attach oxygen molecules to themselves, and they are in the blood. So when the blood flows in our organs, the oxygen molecules are attached to these cells, and then they are absorbed by by our organs, okay, by the parts of our body. Understood now?
Yes, ma'am, but hemoglobin must have a compound it's made of, right? It says that it's mainly made of iron.
Yes, hemoglobin. Yes, it is made of iron. Okay, hemoglobin is mainly made of iron. That's right. So when people who have anemia, who have less hemoglobin, they are given iron tablets. Okay, they are given iron tablets. Okay, I was I when my grandmother was admitted, like in the past days, she there was like patients to whom iron was like supplied through drips. Okay, because they had conditions where the hemoglobin was very low. Okay, and they were like through drips, iron was supplied inside their body. Okay, iron was supplied. There was one patient to whom directly blood was supplied. Okay, through drips. So that also happens. Okay, she was like very weak and like unable to even sit up. To whom the blood was being supplied. Okay, through drips. So that thing happens when our body is unable to is deficient or unable to produce these things in itself on their own. Then you have to do external supply of iron, external supply of blood in the body. Okay. So now um, white blood cells. Next is white blood cells. What is their use? What's their function? They are the protectors of our body. They destroy the disease-causing microorganisms which enter our body. Okay, they like they fight against the disease-causing microorganisms and destroy them. The WBC white blood cells. Okay, and what is the use of blood platelets? Whenever we are hurt and the blood flows from our body, the platelets form a clot. Okay, they join together, form a clot, and stop this blood flow. Okay, so these are the three functions of the red blood cell, white blood cell, and blood platelets that you have to remember. Okay, this is very important question. You have to remember this. Okay, any doubt in the three types of components of blood? Anna and Shriyan, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Let's move forward to blood vessels. Now, the blood, how does the blood flow in our body? It flows through tubes, okay, tube-like structures present inside our body, which are called blood vessels. Okay, tubes-like structures. In them, the blood flows in our body. Okay, so there are three types of these blood vessels. Okay, they are arteries, veins, and capillaries. Okay, all three have different functions. Okay, all three have different functions. First one is arteries. Now, these arteries carry the blood from the heart to different parts of the body. From the heart to different parts of the body. Their walls are thick and elastic. Why? Because when the blood flows from heart to the parts of the body, it flows under high pressure. Okay, it flows under high pressure. So that is why the walls are thick and elastic. The amount of oxygen in the blood arteries is very high because it has been flowing through the heart. Okay, oxygenated blood is there. Okay, oxygenated blood that flows back to the parts of our body. Okay, and except for the pulmonary artery, which carries blood to the lungs, there is one artery that is exception called the pulmonary artery. This artery carries the blood to the lungs. Okay, pulmonary artery is exception. Then veins are there. Okay, now the veins collect blood from various parts of the body, brings it towards the heart. Okay, now when this blood is coming from a different parts of the body towards the heart, it is deoxygenated blood. Okay, deoxygenated blood. All right, and the walls of these vessels, veins, are very thin. Okay, they are thin and contain walls to prevent the backflow of the blood. Okay, means see the blood has flowed, the wall like shuts. Okay, so that it does not flow back. It just flows to the front towards the heart. Okay, veins they carry deoxygenated blood towards the heart. Okay, in heart, and then all the process of making it oxygenated completes, and then the heart pumps the blood back to the our body parts, okay, through the arteries. All right. Now that is oxygenated blood. The blood is coming is deoxygenated. Okay. The blood pumped back is oxygenated blood. Okay. Then there is another blood vessel called capillaries. What are these capillaries? They are formed of a single layer of cells through which exchange of material to other cells takes place. Okay. See, now in between cells, when material needs to be. Yes, Abraham.
Capillaries are the ones that work in the diagram.
Yes, that were there in the diagram. Now, capillaries, they now cells also need to exchange the material. It can be nutrients, okay, it can be other material that cells also need to exchange. So they are connected through small tube structures called capillaries. Okay, so these capillaries help the cells to exchange the material because veins and arteries are mainly for blood transportation, for blood circulation. But capillaries are smaller, they help in the transport and the exchange of other materials. Okay, small arteries they branch into many capillaries. Okay, and in the tissue of the body, and then these capillaries again rejoin to form veins. Okay, small arteries they make capillaries, and then these capillaries they rejoin and then they form veins. Okay, because capillaries are small and small arteries are even smaller, they join to make capillary, and small capillaries join to make a vein. Okay, understood? Arteries, veins, and capillaries. We will stop here for today. Tomorrow, we will talk about heart. What is a heart? How does it work? We will see a video on the working of heart, okay, on the transportation of blood in the heart. All right. So that's it for today. 10 minutes break you have. Yes, Abraham?
Do you know the fact that all the blood vessels in your body with a wrap around the earth twice.
Yes, I've heard about that fact.
Ma'am, the fact is actually wrong.
Okay.
The person who made the fact, his estimates for other animals have also been wrong. And he made the estimate on a person having a lot of muscles and having lots and lots of blood vessels.
Oh, okay.
And still after that, most of his estimates are proven to be wrong.
Proven to be wrong. Okay. All right. It's a fact. It's just the estimate. Okay. And not everything that is stated, it's like it's not necessary that every time it will be correct. Some might be wrong. Okay. Some estimates might be incorrect too. So yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay, break for you till 8:20, and then yes, you can take your breaks. Okay. Okay, let's begin. Hope you all are there. Can I have the videos on, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Nathaniel.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning. Videos on, please. All of you.
My network is still not come on, so I'm still unable to put my video on as I'm on data.
Okay. Okay, Nathaniel. No problem. All right. So, we have been doing integers. Okay. We saw the types of integers yesterday. What are the types of integers? Okay. And how do we solve the integer operations on a number line? Addition and subtraction with integers. How do we do them on a number line? How do you represent them on a number line? All that we saw yesterday. Okay. Today we will see what is absolute value of an integer. Okay. What are the four rules that we use while we operate on integers? And we will practice some questions. Okay. First is that we will talk about is absolute value of integers. Okay. Now see, absolute value of integers is very simple. Okay. For example, suppose I have an integer that is positive 3. Okay, its absolute value will be 3. If I have an integer negative 3, its absolute value will also be 3. What is an absolute value? It's just a value in which we remove the sign and only the number is there. That is the absolute value. The plain number itself. Okay, so you can write it down. The absolute value of a number is the number after removing its sign. Removing its sign. Okay, this is very easy. Okay, look at another example. Minus 8, what will be the absolute value? 8 only. Okay, take any number, okay, any positive number. Positive number is there, 8. Absolute value will be 8 itself. If it's negative 8, then also absolute value will be 8. Okay, in absolute value, we remove the signs and consider the number as it is. What will be the absolute value of 0? 0 itself. Okay, understood the meaning of absolute value?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anna, Shri and Nathaniel, absolute value meaning is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then please write this down.
Ma'am, maths test is on Friday, right?
Maths test is on Friday, that is tomorrow. So tomorrow math class will not be there, only the test is there. Okay, we will only meet for the science class tomorrow.
Do you have test when, ma'am?
Tomorrow, Shreyan, maths test of the first chapter.
Okay.
It's tomorrow. Okay.
It will be maths class only or science class only?
Science class only. math test exercises 1.1 to 1.4 is there, okay? Please don't do the whole thing right now. It's just the 4 exercises. Focus on the 4 exercises, okay? And prepare for tomorrow's test. All right?
Done, ma'am.
Done. Rest of you, Ritin, shall I clear the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now, integers, we know, are positive and negative numbers. Okay. So now the addition, when we are adding the integers, we can have positive numbers. All the numbers can be positive. You can have a positive and a negative number. You can have a positive number, a negative number, and a positive number. You can have any sort of combination when you are adding. So how do we work with positive and negative integers, okay, or negative and positive integers? For that, we have 4 types of rules, okay? You can say that there are 4 types of rules. First is when you have minus and minus, okay? Minus and minus, like both negative integers. How do you do it? You plus, okay? You add them. When you have 2 positive integers, what do? Then also you add them. When you have one positive integer and one negative integer, what do? You minus. When you have a negative integer and a positive integer, what do? Minus. Okay. We will take a look at some examples. Example, when I have both negative and negative integers, let's make negative and negative integers. Add, we have to add -2 and -4. Okay, -2 and -4. So I'll write them -2 plus -4. Okay. Now first we will work on the signs that are in between the numbers, that is, which are here. Okay, in between the numbers. What is it? Plus and minus. Look here, plus and minus becomes minus. So -2 plus -4. Now I have minus and minus. Look at the first one. Minus and minus is plus. So add them. 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. Can anyone tell me what sign will come here?
Minus.
Minus. Yes. Is it clear?
Mom, how did the minus sign come?
How do the minus sign comes? Okay. Anybody wants to give the answer? Okay. 1 second.
No, ma'am.
It will be
The answer.
in the answer. Yes. So Abraham, we put the sign of the larger number. Okay. We put the sign of the larger number that is there in integers. Okay. In integers, we put the sign of the larger number. 4, between 2 and 4, okay. What is the sign before 4? Minus, okay. 4 is negative. Okay, so the sign in the answer will be minus. Okay, remember this. The sign, like here you have to check, in this place you have to check, okay? The sign that is there in the bigger number, that sign you have to put in the answer, okay? 4 minus is there before 4, so before 6 also, our answer also we will write minus, okay? Take a look at another example. Plus and plus, when you have two positive integers. 2 plus 8. Okay. Simply add them. It will be plus and plus is plus. So 2 plus 8, 10. Okay. Plus and plus is very simple. Okay. Then next one is when we have
Minus plus.
yes, when you have minus plus or plus and minus. Okay. Plus and minus. Let me show you a positive integer. Okay, let's take 2 plus a negative integer minus 7. Okay, you have 2, that is a positive integer, plus you have to add a negative integer in it, minus 7. So we will work on the middle signs before. First, plus and minus is minus. Okay, plus minus minus. So 2 minus 7. Okay, how much? 7 minus 2, do 7 minus 2, 5. Okay, and 7 is a bigger number. What sign is there before 7? Minus. Put minus. Okay, minus 5. All right. Understood now. The last one, minus and plus. When you have a negative integer, minus 2 plus, say, 9. Okay, minus plus is minus. So from 9, subtract 2. How much? From 9, subtract 2, 7. Okay, answer will be 7. Why? Because 9 is positive. Okay, bigger number is positive. Answer that I will get will be positive. Okay. Understood the all the four rules. All the four rules. How they are used. Yes, Abraham.
You didn't do minus minus.
Say again.
When you not done minus minus.
I didn't do minus minus.
Yes, ma'am, the first rule.
The first rule. Okay. We will do. Let's do the first rule. Minus minus. Minus 8 minus 4. Okay. Minus 8 plus minus 4.
Ma'am, whenever we do this, there will always be a sign in the middle telling us what to do, right?
Whenever we do this,
There's always going to be a sign in the middle telling us what to do, plus or minus, right, ma'am?
yes, Abraham. Yes, there will be a sign in the middle that is always telling you what to do. If there is no sign like this one, minus 8, minus 4, minus minus is there, you plus them. 12 and minus 12 because 8 is a bigger number and it is negative. Okay.
Ma'am, suppose what if we have a question like 8 minus minus 4?
8 minus minus 4. Then minus minus becomes 4, 8 plus minus minus becomes plus. Okay, so 8 plus 4, we will get a positive 12.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, understood now, all of you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Write this down, please, and then I will give you some questions to try out.
Bye. Done, ma'am. You can continue.
Done? Okay. Everyone is done?
Ma'am, me and Nathaniel are done. I don't know about the others.
Okay. Anna, Shriyan, are you guys done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Then I'm giving you all some questions to try out.
Ma'am, answer will be +2. First one.
First do all of them and then I will ask you all individually. Okay.
First. Answer jujube. 5 minus 5. No. Ma'am,
Yes, Shriyan.
I know the answers. Can I tell?
We will wait until all of you have completed doing it.
Completed.
Okay. Wait for the rest of them also to complete.
I know this lesson very well. I can tell the direct oral answers, but
Mhm.
I can't
Okay.
do. I have to take.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Abraham, yours is done.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Anna done.
Done, teacher.
Let's wait for another minute and then we'll discuss. Okay. Let's discuss it. Shriyan, first one, 7 minus 9 is?
2.
Think again.
Ma'am, can I say
Nathaniel,
-2?
-2. Correct. Very good.
My
One.
answer was correct, but symbol I forgot.
Yes, sign was incorrect.
Yeah.
Why? Because 9 is the bigger number and sign is there in minus. Okay.
Oh, bigger
It-
number like 9. Ah, got it. Okay.
Yes.
I was
Be
so
very careful.
close. I was so close. My answer was correct. Listen to me.
Mhm. Yeah. So you need to be really careful with the signs. Okay. Next one, Abraham. -5 minus +4.
Ma'am, the answer is -1.
-1.
Yes, ma'am. Is it wrong?
Okay.
Ma'am,
Let me.
next question is
1 second, Shriyan.
ma'am, next answer is -18.
Rian, wait. Rian, wait.
-5 plus minus -4. Okay. So -5 plus minus is minus. So -4. Now solve this, Abraham. -5 -4.
-1, ma'am.
No, ma'am, it
Then
should be
-9.
-9.
Yes, it should be -9. Why? Because minus minus is plus. Okay. So 5 -5 -4 is 9 and -9. Okay. So here answer is gonna be -9. How many of you all got -9?
Yeah, my answer was wrong. Ma'am, can I tell the third answer?
Okay, tell the third answer, Shriyan.
Plus into minus into minus plus -18.
Why -18?
Because ma'am, first there is a plus symbol before 9, then minus symbol, then another minus symbol, minus into plus into minus into minus plus.
See, Shriyan, I have 9, then -9. So what I said, always work on the signs in between first. Okay.
Yeah, I
Minus
did
minus.
plus.
Yes. So 9 plus 9. What will be the answer now?
18.
18. Not -18. Okay. Only 18. Why? Because both 9 are positive.
Okay,
Okay.
like that.
9 are positive.
It's
Answer will be positive. Nathaniel, fourth one.
ma'am.
-3 plus
Every time
-5.
I will be my
-3
answer.
minus +5.
Ma'am,
-2?
teacher, can I tell
-2.
you? My
Okay. Let me check.
Can I tell you?
1 second, Shriyan. 1 second, Shriyan. Wait. Okay. -3 minus +5.
Uh,
Okay. So we will compute the signs in the middle first. minus 3 plus minus is
minus
minus 5. Okay. Now, Nathaniel, minus minus is what?
answer later.
Minus minus is plus.
Plus. So, minus 3 minus 5 will become
2.
8 and minus 8. Why? Because 5 is the bigger number, it is negative. So, answer will be minus
Okay.
8.
Ma'am, I am correct in
Ma'am.
all the answers, but mine
Yes,
that
Abraham.
I'm getting
Ma'am.
I will get confused every time because I am good at it, but symbols confusion that much only. Rest of it I'm good at it.
Okay, Trini. We will practice more questions. Yes, Abraham.
Ma'am. Why is it minus, ma'am, minus 5? We can clearly see it's a plus 5.
You can clearly see that it's a plus 5 above. Okay. But look at the center signs. Look at the signs between 3 and 5. You have minus and plus. So minus plus becomes minus. Okay. So now your 5 is not positive because it was because we have operated the center signs. Minus plus minus. So now your 5 is negative. Your minus 3 and minus 5. Minus minus plus. So ultimately your add. But what sign will we use? Negative, because 5 is negative. Okay, minus 8. Anna, can you tell the fifth one? Minus 6 plus 2?
Arthur doesn't. Maya, what should I do? But for a beginner.
Is
Is
it
it
done,
minus
Anna?
8, ma'am?
Yes, minus.
Is it clear again? Minus 8 you said?
Ma'am, 4 is the answer.
Shriyan, 1 second. Minus 8 did you say, Anna? Yes, okay. See, Anna, now I have minus 6 plus 2. Minus plus is what? If you take a look at the signs, negative number positive, minus plus is minus. Okay. So 6 minus 2, 4. What's the bigger number? 6. 6 is negative. So we will put a minus in the answer. Answer will be negative. Answer is minus 4. Understood, Anna? Okay. Okay. Nathaniel, last question. Minus 1 minus minus 3.
Minus 4.
Minus 4. Let's check. Let's check this. Minus 1 minus minus 3. Like I say, always do the middle signs first. So minus 1 minus minus is plus 3. Now minus plus is minus. Okay. Minus plus minus. 3 minus 1, 2. Okay. Positive. Why? Because 3, the bigger number is positive. Answer is 2. Okay. Understood now?
Yes, ma'am, I understood.
So that means that this exercise requires a lot of homework on integers. Okay. So we will practice more questions. Okay. We'll stop here for now. Okay. I am going to send you an addition on integers. I'll post it in the group today. Okay. The homework questions. All of you, each one of you, I want you to complete it. Okay. And send it in the group. Okay. Each one of you. So I will check. All right. And then we will discuss on it in the next class. Okay. I'm going to check this homework and post it. Okay. So do it. Do all of the questions, all of you, and submit in the group. Okay.
Okay,
Anna?
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Anna. Shriyan? Okay. So we will stop here for today. And tomorrow is your math test. So no math class tomorrow. But science class we will meet at regular timing. Okay. 7:40 we will meet for science class. If there's any doubt in math, you can just text me. Okay. And ask for the test. If there's any doubt. Like before the test, you can